Hey everyone, welcome to a Freemyflow session. We're going to get started in a comfortable seat, so you can sit on your heels or you can sit with your legs crossed. Bring your hands either open or closed on your lap. Broaden your collarbones, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and then gently close your eyes when you're ready. Take a few moments to ground into your body. Noticing the space that you're in and the sounds around you. And then beginning to draw your awareness inwards. Allowing the shoulders to drop. Letting go of all the muscles around your eyes and your jaw. And the teeth and the tongue. The throat. The chest. The heart and the belly. Just feel any tension or any kind of holds around that area completely melt. Bringing your hands to the heart. We're in a full moon phase, which is a very nice time to take a moment to let go of anything that is feeling heavy or holding you back in any way. It's also a nice time to bring up anything around forgiveness. And anything around our relationship to ourselves and others. So if any of that resonates, see if you can sink into your heart space and come up with an intention or an affirmation. And then you're going to stretch your arms over your head. Holding the arms there, spread your fingers. Imagine you're pulling energy from the sky, running down through your fingers, your arms, your shoulders. And then gather the palms and back down to the heart. Good. And then interlacing your fingers, stretch your arms up again. This time you're going to gaze up to the hands. And then exhale, chin down to the chest. And then inhaling chest and your head up. And then chin down to the chest. One more time. Then open the rib cage a little bit more. So you're arching the spine. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind the head, elbows in, chin down. Just hold it there for a moment. Good. Coming into a side bend. Keep one hand at the back of the head and you're pushing your head back to open. And then releasing the top arm. Bring it across and move into a twist. Good. And then change. Lengthen the top arm out. Good. And then into twist. And then release. Roll out the wrists. Place the back of the hands on the floor. Bend your elbows and then straighten. And bend, straighten. One more. Good. Then turn your wrists facing forward. You can lean forward into the hands, grab the floor with the fingertips and lean back. One more time, breathe in. Slight bend in the elbows, sit back. And release. Right, we're going to come into tabletop. Inhale to open the front. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, round through. And again, inhale, open. And exhale, rounding through. This time as you open, you're going to stretch the right leg back. And then pull the ribs down. Find more length. So everything is nice and flat. And then kick the leg up and out to the side. Hold. Release the leg down. You're going to inhale, open. Exhale, round your way up. And then take a side bend over the right leg. Nice. Bring your left hand down to the side of your left knee. Catch the foot. Press your hips forward. Step your right foot all the way over to the front. And then sink the hips forward. Arms, chest up. One more breath. Release. Step to plank pose. Make sure your shoulders are stacked over the hands. You're pressing back through the heels and firming up the front of the thighs, reaching length through your heart. One more breath. Shift the weight forward. Hug your elbows as you lower. And then inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. From the cobra, we're going to slide back into extended puppy, bringing your chest, chin down, and then sink back to child's pose. Come all the way up. Bring your fingertips behind your open chest. Relax your head back. And release back to the table. Inhale, open. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. This time it's the left leg goes back. Slight arch. Then bring it into neutral. Hug the ribs down. Tuck the tailbone. And then kick the leg out to the side. Keep lifting it as high as you can. And then release. Inhale, open. Round your way up. And then take the right arm across. That's it. And the right hand comes down. Catch the left foot. Push your hips forward. Step your left leg forward. Sink the hips forward. Reach your arms up. Hold. And release. Plank pose. Inhale. Lower down. One cobra open. Then press back. Slide your chest, chin down. And then sink back to child's pose. Back onto the knees. Bring your fingertips behind you. This time you're going to drive your hips up a bit. And release. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend the knees, step to the front. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll up to standing. Reach your arms up. You're going to interlace the hands behind the head. And then lift the chest. Press your back of the head into the hands. And then stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step the right leg back. Reach your arms up. One more breath. Slowly drop the right knee. Lean forward. Release the back foot. And then coming back as you interlace the hands and lift the chest up. And then release. Step to plank pose. Lower down. We'll take one cobra. Then come back down, slide your hands back. Press up to upward facing. Then down dog. One more breath. Lift your heels. Bend the knees. Step forwards. And inhale. Exhale. And all the way up. Bring your hands behind the head. Lift the chest. Press the head back into the eyes. And then stretch your arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, fold forwards. Halfway lift. Left leg back. Reach your arms up. Hold. Good. One more breath. Slowly lowering the left knee down. And then as you lean forward, catch your hands. Release the left toes. And open chest. Head back. Release. Step to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Lift your heels up. Bend the knees and then jump forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Same transition. The arms comes behind the head. Lift the chest. Lean the head back into the hands. Tuck the tailbone. Stretch your arms up. And then hands to the heart. All right, bring your feet together. You should feel the big toes and the heels connected. Sweep the fingers across the floor, chair pose. See if you can come a bit deeper into it without lifting the heels. It helps to stretch your arms forwards for balance. Good. From here, we're coming into forward folds. Keep compressing your belly over the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump back. Take another breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing. And then downward facing. Now we're going to reach the right leg up. Bend the knee. Pull the thigh into your chest. And then take a big circle around. And then step. So gaze to the left hand. Draw the right hip forward. Hold. Then come back to three-legged dog. Bring your right hand down. Lift the right leg. Keep the hip open. And then step forward. Warrior one. Ground the left heel. Square the hips, the chest, the shoulders to the front of the mat. Bring your palms together if you have room around the neck and shoulders. Press through the back leg, pull the right hip back. One more breath. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step your right toes to the left heel. Hold. Lower down. And then release, upward facing. Downward facing. Soften the neck. Soften the face. Slow down the breath. All right, we're going to come forward before we take the left side. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend the knees, jump forwards. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Sit down in the chair pose, arms comes up, and we're going to twist the left elbow over the right thigh. Sliding the left knee back in line with the right. Think of lining up big toes, knees, left shoulder, right shoulder, and then gaze up. One more breath. Inhale all the way up. Hands behind the head. Lift the chest, gaze up. Stretch your arms up, and then hands to the heart. Right, other side. Inhale. Hold. Come all the way down or as far as you can without lifting your heels. Fold. Try to keep that connected. Halfway. Jump back to plank. One breath. Lower down. Coming up. And then back. Right. You're going to bring the left leg up. Keep the hips square. Bend the knee. Take your left thigh into belly. Big circle out to the left. And then you come down to the side plank variation. Head looking onto the right hand. Hold. See how light you can become on that left foot. One more breath. Bring your left hand down. We go back to three-legged, hip open. And then step forwards. Warrior one. Again, we're going to line the hips, the ribs, the shoulders to the front of the mat. Driving through the back leg. One more breath. Good. Release. Left toes to the right heel. Lower down. Upward facing. Downward facing. One more breath. Lift your heels. Bend the knees. Jump forward. Feet together. Inhale. Exhale. Sit down in the chair pose. The right elbow comes across the left thigh. Toes, knees, right shoulder, left shoulder, gaze up. One more breath. And then come all the way up, hands behind the head. Lift, tuck the tailbone, hold. Feel as if your elbows are reaching out to the sides, spreading the shoulder blades. Stretch your arms up, and then hands to the heart. All right, coming through chair pose again. Inhale. Sit all the way down without lifting the heels. Fold, compress. Halfway lift. This time you're going into chaturanga. Back to plank. Then down dog. Coming forward to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Back to down dog. Right leg up. Right heel to the butt. Right thigh into belly. Big circle. Step. Open. And then step your right leg forward. Ground the left heel. This time we're in warrior two. Feeling your hips in line with the long side of the mat and everything else stacked on top. Arms left in line with the left, right in line with the right, and then gaze over your right arm. One more breath. Release. Bring the knee to the nose. So push straight underneath you. Keep that thigh into belly. Touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Left leg. Heel to butt. Big circle. Step. And then come forward. Ground the right heel and coming up. Hips in line with the long side of the mat. Same thing with the ribs, the shoulders. Right arm in line with the right, left with left, and then gaze and deepen the bend. Last breath. Release. Step. Lower. Bring it up. Drop the knees. Lift your palms. And rest back in child's pose. You can move with it or relax, whatever feels nice. Good. Sit back on your heels. Open chest. Lift your hips. Release. Come to down dog. Good. Lift your heels, bend the knees, jump forwards. Inhale, exhale, and coming all the way up. Last one of these behind the head. If it feels good, open a little bit further, lean back a little bit more. And then release. Hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. As your hands come to the heart, you're going to lift your left knee. And bring your hands to the hips. And this will tell you whether the left hip lifts or not. So the idea is to try to bring that left hip down in line with the right. You'll feel a strong connection in the right glute. Hold, draw the ribs in, bring your hands to the heart. One more breath. You're going to start to bend your right knee, and we're going to land on the front of the left foot. Stretch your arms forward. Landing on the front of the left foot. Drop the knee. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Then tuck the left toe and pick it up again as an option. One more breath. Right fingers in front of the right foot, half moon. One more breath. Step back to warrior two again. Widen the stance a bit. Stretch your arms out and then lean back. One more breath. Good. Bring it down. Step your right knee down behind the right hand. And then turn. Bring it into a wild thing variation. Good. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. And downward facing. And lift the heels, bend the knees, jump forward. Inhale, exhale, reach all the way up. As your hands come to the heart, you're going to lift your right knee, hands to the hips, so you'll notice that right hip stays down. Hands to the heart. Good. One more breath. Bend your left leg. Stretch your arms forward, slowly landing the right front of the foot down. Then drop the knee, take a breath, and then prayer twist. Stay here or tuck the right toes and lift. One more breath. You can take your left fingers down, balance, half moon. And then back to warrior two. Arms out. Lean back, hold. Try not to lose the bend in the left leg. One more breath. And release. Okay, from here we're going to push the hands straight down, Hug the left thigh to chest and bring the nose to the left knee. And then drop it down. Turn the left toes off the mat and then driving everything up. Relax your head back. You're opening the upper back rather than coming into the lower back. One more breath. High plank inhale, lower down, upward facing. Drop the knees, lift the knees, drop the knees, lift the knees. Last one, and then come back. Rest in child's pose. Soften, stay still, wiggle, whatever feels nice. Couple of breaths there. Good, and then make your way back to downward facing. All right, so now we're going to bring that right leg up. Hug the thigh into belly. Take a big circle, land behind you, and then we're in the full wild thing. Straighten it out so you're coming through the side plank, and that will give you stability to step that right foot forward. We're going straight to half moon. Step it back, straight to reverse. Then take your right elbow to the kneecap. So we're not resting, we're just tapping it down, and then stretch your left arm across, look up to the left hand. Deep bend into the right knee, strong legs, stretch the right arm up and hold, turn. Good, reach back to the reverse. Then bring it down to lizard, both hands to inside of the right foot. Lift the chest and hold. Good, one more breath. Then come onto the knees, sit back. Take your elbows over the head. And then take your elbows forward. Push your forearms forward. Keep that. Place your forearms down, interlace your hands. So we're not going all the way into the headstand, we're just getting used to the foundation of it. So you want to try to keep hugging your elbows in so they don't slide out in the moment that you're dropping your head down. Then from here, lift the knees. You can keep your knees bent. Then lift your head and then place the head. Lift the head, place the head, lift the head, place the head. Then you can lift one foot. Keep pushing the forearms down with the other foot. And then release. Some of you might be up already. If you've never been up, I recommend you just do the singles. Come back to sit on the heels, inhaling your arms up. Then roll the chin down to chest. Take a couple of circles. Other way. Good. Then back to down dog. We're going through the left side. So left leg up, bend the knee, thigh to belly, big circle, step back, and we're in the wild thing back bend. Hold. Good. Take it into a side plank. Push the floor down with the right hand and then step forward, straight to half moon balance. Warrior two. Into reverse. Then your left elbow comes onto the left kneecap lightly. Stretch the right arm across and look up. Strong in both legs, and then lift your left arm up and then open the right rib cage and hold. Burnage, lean back. Lizard. One more breath. Okay, drop the right knee, bring the other one back to meet, sit back. All right, we'll try that supported headstand setup again, grabbing your elbows. Push your forearms forward so there's a protraction in the shoulder blades. Keep that. Bring your hands or your arms down. Push your elbows in so they don't move as you interlace your fingers. So your hands are open, right? You're not closing your palms. You're going to just gently hug the hands around the back of the head as you press your shoulders away from the ears. Lift the knees, lift head, drop head. Lift head, drop head. One more time, lift head, drop head. Then you might get a little lift. Otherwise, one at a time, just noticing what it's like to bring your head or weight into the head. Good. If you're up, you're going to start coming down all the way onto the knees. Open. Reach your arms out. And soften. Couple more breaths in the child's pose. All right, we have just a little bit more standing and then we'll be on the ground. So come back to down dog. Right leg up, heel to butt, big circle into the back bend, straight to half moon. Reverse warrior two. Elbow to knee, stretch the left arm out, add the right and the gaze. Good, bring it down. Slide your right foot back a bit so you have more space, and then step the left foot. Sit into the squat, stretch your arms forward. Then as you're standing up, you're going to turn your right knee out as you lift it. Tree pose. Pushing everything into the midline, down through the ground, and up through the head. Good. Take your hands in fists or reverse prayer on your back. One more breath. All right, some of you are going to take crow. If you haven't done crow before, just come straight into the squat. So release, sit down to the squat. The palms are open, triceps over the knees. Push your hips back, lean forward, maybe lift one foot or both. Hold. Back to the squat. Take a moment. We're going back into the tree pose balance. So standing up, turn your left knee out. Catch the ankle, lift the foot into the inner right thigh. And then arms behind in fists or reverse. Release. Going through the squat, arms forward, palms up. Push your hips back. Lean forward. Maybe you can tap or just take one foot off at a time. Come back to the squat. Step back to down dog. We have the left leg, heel to butt, big circle, belly and out, and back. Step forwards, half moon. Reverse warrior two. Elbow to knee, right arm reaches across. Add the left. Release. And instead of coming to squat, we're going to take the last vinyasa. Either stay on the toes or knees, but we're going to take 10 counts to come all the way down. That means it takes about 5 to come halfway and 5 for the rest. Inhale, knees or toes, lean forward and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last one. And release. Rest your head on your hands. Swing your legs side to side. And then slowly bring it into pigeon pose on the left leg. Take a breath, grounding the hip straight down, and then exhale, relax forward. One more breath. Right, so the left knee is going to go out to the side. We're going to stay on the front. So tuck the right toes, bring the left knee out, and then come back onto your belly. Then press up. Look over your left shoulder. And you're sinking the right hip down for a nice stretch across the front of that right hip. Good. Now from here, the left hand comes forward. Slide your right arm through. Turn your head to the right. Bring your right hand over the left thigh. And then roll back into a twist. Bring it back. Pigeon on the right side. Breathing in. And exhale, relax forward. All right, from here, tuck the left toes, bring the right knee out, and then, we're going to come up first. Turn, look over your right shoulder, sink the left hip down. One more breath. And then left arm through, gaze to the left. Then left hand over the right thigh, roll back into a twist. Right, release. Take bridge pose, so your feet in line with the hips. Lift your hips up. Interlace your hands. Walk your hands closer together. I'm going to take about 5 breaths here. If there are anyone doing the wheel pose or have the wheel pose in the practice, go ahead and go all the way up onto your hands. Okay, a couple more breaths. And then slowly release. Bring the feet wide, knees in, and just rest your arms back for a moment. Knees to chest. Straighten the left leg up. You can grab the thigh, calf, the ankle, or the foot. Straighten the right leg down. One more breath. Good, release, change side. One more breath. And release. And then coming into Shavasana. Palms face open. Close your eyes, relax. Let everything melt. start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. I'm just coming into any movement that feels natural. Coming into your seat when you're ready. Noticing how your intention resonates in your body, in your heart. Bring your hands to the heart and take a moment to extend all the good feelings that you have connected to in this practice to everyone else that is practicing with us today. Recognizing that we are all connected. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Thumbs to your third eye, resting your head forward slightly. Have a great evening. Thank you for joining. Namaste. See you next week.